You can have it. Can you see it? Well, you can have it. Can you dream it up? Where you can have it. All you got to be able to do is dream it up, see it, and say it. And it starts coming to pass because you are like God and you are made in the image of God. And when you start speaking it, it starts coming to pass. But what discourages you is because it's not coming fast enough. But you got to know who you are. Look at somebody and say, who are you? He said, everything down here works for you. You don't even understand who you are. You don't understand how much power you got in your word. I know you got power because your situation is negative. And you know why it's negative? Because all your life, that's everything that came out of your mouth. So your present situation is a direct reflection on what you've spoken in the past. You're living it right now. That's the reason you ain't got nothing, because you say that you always say you ain't gonna have nothing. You think in the box, but it's time to think outside of the box. Your God is the hill, the cattle on 1,000 hills belong to God. And he said the hill the cattle is on belong to God. And whatever supports the hill, it belongs to God. You got to know who. Look at somebody and say, do you know who you are? Who you are. The world works for you. The world works for you. It works for you. Vegetation works for you. The ground works for you. The sun, the only reason it rises and sets because you need light. The only reason why the moon gives light to the dark is because you need it. The only reason why the trees blow and give off oxygen is because man needs air. Everything works for you. If we took you out of the earth, the world would stop turning. The sun would stop rising. The moon would stop shining because man is gone. Do you know how important? You look at somebody and say, do you know who you are? Everything in this world is operating around you. Around you. That's who you are. Some people call you a thief. Is that who you are? Some people call you a liar. Is that who you are? Some people call you an adulterous woman. Is that who you are? Some people call you a gigolo. Is that who you are? Got babies from the East Coast to the West Coast. They call you a gigolo, but is that who you are? Have you ever looked at yourself lately? Have you ever took a look in the mirror? Is that who you are? Some people call you a weed head. Is that who you are? Look at somebody. See, you should never be snared by somebody else's words. You can only be snared by what you say. That's why what other folks say don't mean nothing. Forget what some say. What do you say about yourself? Who are you? Look at somebody and say, do you know who you are? Look at somebody else and say, I may have done what they've said I've done, but I am not who they say I am. Come on, tell them again. I may have done what they said I did, but I'm not who they say I am. Oh, that was just something that happened in the meanwhile. That was just something that happened in the process of when I was becoming what I'm supposed to be. But when God predestinated you, that means you are already a preacher, though you have not walked in it yet. Oh, you committed adultery on the way, you lied on the way, you smoked crack on the way, you smoked drugs on the way, but what you did is not who you are. Clap your hands and give God a praise.